All right. I am here with Polukranos Reborn. It flips into a worm coil engine, essentially, for the same mana cost. Well, you can pay 2 life or pay it for 7. And also, your other Hydras become. Um, what's it called? When any Hydra dies, you get 3/3s, but they have to be non-token hydras. I'm running every hydra you can in the game, including this manland, and I'm also running the shapeshifters that also, when they die, you also get the 3/3s. This is all saying that I have this in play, and it also flipped. So, it is what it is. What's cool about this one is it kills itself. You can have it become like a 3/3 and then like sack it to itself and then you get the tokens. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see. I think there's enough Hydra plus the shapeshifters to at least give it a shot to do the Hydra package and not just play like other things and different kinds of threats. I'm running what's it called, a Johnny, because it's kind of 1/1 counter themed, and any excuse to run to that satisfying ultimate, I'm gonna do it. I'm running Primal Command, Ulamog, a healthy amount of lands, maybe for the first time in my life, a ton of ramp, and it's mostly green. It's weird to not play sweepers because I'm so used to it, but I still have Settle the Wreckage. Teferi's Protection, I'm not running Heroic Intervention, which is probably better than this, because it just costs 1 less, but can run both. I don't know. I'm playing the Prey Upon effects. Your creature deals damage to something your opponent controls as kind of my removal package, which is a little weak and a little slow and very vulnerable. So I'm not a big fan of it, but I mean, I can replace it with more and more efficient white removal if it comes to that, and it probably will, to be honest. But for now, that's what I'm doing. And yeah, I think that's all I got to say. Faceless Agent will always draw a Hydra, which is really cool. And oh wait, I want to run the 2 mana snow ramp spell. Let me add 2 snow basics. I always forget to do that. And I will run Into the North because I want that card in here. Oh, it's already in here. All right, I just wanted to change 2 basics to snow. That's fine then. Good. All right. So yeah, we'll see how we do. Like, comment, subscribe. I stream over on Twitch around 5:30 to 6 Eastern PM on the P Diddy, P Zizzy, not AM. I don't stream at 6 in the morning. That's insane. Well, it is for me. I suppose my European viewers wouldn't mind it. So they can discard lands to this. This doesn't go face. Oh, I'm just dead to lifeline. All right, I forgot. I'm just dead to that. I think I've played against Jin-Gitaxias before. Okie dokie. No, I'm literally dead. I can't block anything. Wow. I mean, it's a rat colony deck at the end of the day. It doesn't. They could have played a rat colony every turn and I would have died. It doesn't matter. The Locust God. That's exciting, except it's blue again, so I assume a lot of counter magic will hinder my goals here. Yeah, if you're trying to play turn 3 Polukranos, it is like impossible to play white spells in your deck. So this is like a monocolored deck more than it's a green-white deck. Okay. Yet again, don't have turn 3 Polukranos. Well, I can still top deck something. Nope. No beans. Alright. The Midnight Clock. Okay. Oh, I want to play this so bad. Yeah. 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 No, come on. Come on, dude. Come on. You couldn't even let me have that? I couldn't even get that card? Come on. Couldn't even let me have it. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, Elish Norn, at least this resolves. Couldn't even let me have the Smothering Tithe. So toxic, dude. So toxic. Ooh, I haven't seen that in a long time. Whoa. That takes me back to the Standard era. Well, when it was in Standard. Obviously, the Standard era is always here. Oh yeah, they draw a bunch because of the Ageless Insight. Man, that Smothering Tithe would have been really good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, so play land. Play Polukranos. Not again. It was the first time I played this. So play this. Play Treasure Map. I think. Yep. I'm not gonna play Mimic. So if they somehow can't kill Elish Norn, I that's so disgusting. Smothering Tithe would have been so good here, and they had Swan Song, dude. But yeah, if they can't kill Elish Norn, I don't die to the 1/1s. For what that's worth. I mean, you have 4D cards in your hand. I have, like, stone cold nothing. Brainstorm just drew 6 cards. Maybe I can get him good with a Teferi's Protection somehow. I find that unlikely, but maybe I just should have played the Mimic instead of the Treasure Map. Maybe, I don't know. It depends whenever I would see myself having the mana to, Wait, what? Oh, okay. I guess it was a good thing I didn't then, because they would have shattered the Mimic. Alright, it would have died anyways with the 1/1 counter. So do I just replay my commander? I think I'm just swinging first. Down to 11. This is a 6/6. I mean, I'm all in. Let's just play this. It is extremely unlikely I come out of this alive. Or maybe even not get an extra turn here. Probably won't get another turn. Oh my god. I won. That's unbelievable. My opponent saw 30 cards. They had this. This was coming up. They just couldn't answer the big creatures that resolved. They didn't have enough damage-based red spells or bounce spells, which they might not be running a lot of. Wow. If I had Smothering Tithe this game, I would have had... It would have just been Omniscience, honestly, because they have so many cards and stuff. So much card draw. I would have had just the ability to cast everything. So it's crazy I won through that. Yeah, windmilling my threats and just trying to play creatures with basically no text on them and just swinging was enough to kill somebody. Um, okay, so I'm not going to play this anymore. This is one of the worst commanders I've ever played. I'll have to. I kind of want to look at other lists and see what other people are trying. I'm sure the white removal is leagues better than the green removal because green removal demands you have a creature sitting in play. If you don't have a ton of them or they're not really big, then or they just die really fast, then your green removal is just not good. Um, Vorniclix and Turn Timber. I never actually had said that card before. Don't do anything when you're trying to hit Hydras because they're 0/0s. The only way that matters is if Polukranos has flipped and then these enter and die immediately and you get 2/3/3s, right? But that's not the case. Same with fight rigging, where you put like the Hideaway 5 card. If you cast these for 0 or put them into play from your library, it doesn't do anything. Mirari's Wake would keep them alive as 1/1s, which you could argue is actively worse than them actually dying because it goes against your game plan. The Hydras are still cool. I really like the Hydras. I never got either Vivian in play. I crafted this Vivian for this deck. It never came up though. Not really a surprise. I'm like, oh, I have a bunch of creatures, more than I typically run, so let me run things that cast creatures off the top. And it actually ended up happening in one game with Augur and Ulamog, which still lost. Um, I got the Ajani Ultimate, I think for the first time in my life in a Commander game, so that's cool. It didn't do anything at all, but I'll be damned if I don't try. You know, it's all about playing the cards you want anyways, right? Um you could go more into like Hydra matters like um 1/1 counters applying to your own creatures with spells, but again, you have to have creatures that survive. And unless you're against only red removal, because even blue removal undoes your like counters, because it just bounces it to your hand. They're just gonna go away. And getting 2 for 1 in a format like this is not really ideal, especially when you're not drawing 60 cards a turn, like a lot of the decks I played against today. The ramp package is fine. It's not anything, it's not breaking new ground. Maybe you could try some weird nonsense with Approach the Second Sun in here. Um, Book of Exalted Deeds and Mutavault to scam people and have them stay busy dealing with this stuff, and then you just get them good with that. But there's not enough ways to reliably find Mutavault. There are quite a few ways to get Book. You have Search for Glory, Captain Sisay, and I think 2 other cards that are pretty good at finding it. And for Mutavault, you have Ulvenwald Hydra and Hour of Promise. Yeah, those 2 get it. So there's those. So it's not like the worst thing to do. Faceless Agent can also maybe find Ulvenwald consistently. Well, you'd have to mess around a bit, but I'll never flip. Like this deck can't really flip Elishnorn, which is kind of sad. But the other ability is still fine. It's actually really really good. Uh, yeah, back to the color issue. You can't really play too many white spells if your goal is to play Polukranos on turn 3, right? Or just play it soon. Or just be able to play it at all, right? Like if you have 2 forests and 2 plains, or, a plains and a different white source, you can't play this. It's triple green. So it's almost like a trap that this says it has green in it, at least for historic. I don't know if the lands let you kind of get away with always having green, 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 and then having enough white to do other stuff. This does not work very nicely with double white spells, like on turn 4. So, like, playing this into a Johnny is extremely unlikely, unless I have some of these dual-colored lands, and there's not too many, and you can't consistently tutor for them or anything. I guess you could run Fabled Passage and Terramorphic Expanse and stuff, but then you're running a bunch of tap lands, right? And then it's like, oh, your third land can't be tapped because then you can't. It's just it's playing against itself. And again, the white seems like a bait, and this should probably be mono green with just a few white cards like swords, just like really efficient white cards. Maybe even Teferi's Protection could stay. Amiria's Call is just not a reality. I don't. This is like a min maxi card. I don't even recommend it. Um, yeah, this is certainly one of the worst commanders I've ever played. I'm sure there's other people who are Polukranos um, worshippers, and they want to tell me that it's like a really good and have a list that they can show me. But the way I set this deck up, I was very unimpressed. Definitely one of the worst showings of a Brawl deck. And it sucks too because I crafted a bunch of cards for it. Like, oh man, there's so much Hydra stuff. Oh, look at all this Hydra stuff. And then it just doesn't it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But yeah, definitely take it at the very least if you're going to keep in the green removal, add more green stuff, just more green threats to have them work maybe sooner and more consistently, and maybe have 1 mana or 2 mana white spells like Adanto Vanguard and stuff. It can swing as a 3/1, become indestructible, and then like you can then bite down something. Like just more weird green white creatures instead of green white Hydra ramp. But either way, let me know what you thought about it. Most opinions aren't going to surprise me if they sat through the whole video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Woo.